Hey guys, welcome to our first video in our wellness series. I'm so excited to bring this to you. I will be going live here on Instagram every week on Thursdays at 1:30 Mountain Standard Time to share with you. I announce what the different topics are, but we're going to go in depth in wellness and essential oils and all the things that I'm really passionate about, so I'm way stoked. So make sure that you tune in live here on Thursdays to catch it. I will also be downloading the recording and posting it up to my IG story so you can find them there. And I'm just really excited to bring this to you guys. So today we're going to be talking about just welcoming you to the wellness series, as well as talking about why a specific company that I have decided to align myself with, that's doTERRA. And so why doTERRA? What makes them so uniquely different? We're going to be really focusing and diving into essential oils in general over the next 8 weeks. We'll talk about essential oils for pregnancy, essential oils for kids and babies, essential oils for sleep, and just all sorts of other things. And I'll talk about other wellness tips along with the essential oils, but that's really my main focus. And so I'm so excited. If you have been wanting to learn about essential oils, this is the perfect time to start learning. So today we're going to specifically talk about why doTERRA and why they're so uniquely different. Because honestly, there's no other company that is doing anything like what doTERRA is doing. And so we'll dive into more of that. We'll be talking about the stability of doTERRA as a company, their integrity as a company, as well as their vision for the future. And that's like my favorite, is their vision and their integrity. The integrity is honestly why I got started with doTERRA. So we'll be diving into those things. Welcome for those of you who are joining on live. It's so fun to see you guys. So as you have any questions, please ask them and I will answer your questions as they go. Okay, so first I want to just start with my story, how I got started. I started using essential oils, well, doTERRA specifically, in 2011. And I was living abroad. I was living in Taiwan, and I was dealing with a lot of emotional, just lots of anxious feelings, feeling really down, unmotivated, and just really needed some support. I was serving a mission abroad and was just really struggling. And on your mission, you get paired up with a companion to serve and go out and serve people. And my companion at the time was like, hey, I use these essential oils. I know they help me with things like, if my stomach is hurting, or like help me to stay healthy so I don't, get sick. But I don't know, they might help you with your mood and your emotions, so maybe we try it out. So at that time, I decided to dive in and try a few of the oils. So I bought 3 of the essential oils. I bought Balance. You can see that there, the grounding blend. Let's see, I don't know how to get that clear. The grounding blend, Citrus Bliss, the invigorating blend, and Serenity, the restful blend. And so at that time, I was just feeling a lot of anxious feelings. There's not a lot of time to really take care of yourself on your mission, like to give yourself some self-care and good quality, just nurturing time. And so, yeah, it was just on, go. You always had to be 100%. And so immediately I started to see a difference as I started using these essential oils. I noticed that naturally every morning I really like gravitated to using the Balance, and I put it on the bottom of my feet and on my temples just to kind of really ground myself, breathe it in, smell it, and I just felt more like comfortable, putting my shoes on, going out and getting to work, and I just felt really present and grounded in who I was. The Citrus Bliss, I really gravitated to just bringing out and about with me, breathing it in throughout the day because it was so like bright and happy, and I could just tell that it improved my mood on the go so much. So I loved that one for on the go. And then the Serenity I like to use before bed. And at that time I was just, same thing on the bottom of my feet. They told me that's a good way to use them, so I was doing on the bottom of my feet. I was breathing it in, and I noticed just being able to, instead of thinking and worrying over things before getting to bed, I was able to just get a really restful night's sleep and start my next day really well. And so instead of needing to continue talking to a counselor every week and you know, talk about maybe getting sent home for my mission. I was able to serve out the entire year and a half and just using the essential oils. And that was totally life-changing for me. And I had a lot of family who had dealt with lots of emotional issues and had to use different medications and things to manage their emotions. And I really wanted to be able to take care of myself naturally, so that was a huge, huge victory for me. And so when I got back to the United States, I just, you know, I was on this high from serving a mission, like always being out helping people. And so I didn't want to just get a normal, everyday, like, job, I don't know, working behind a desk or something. And so I was like, hey, I need to research this company, find out more about them. And I really wanted to align myself with something that was meaningful and purposeful. And that's when I really started researching about doTERRA, and I found out more about their integrity. And I knew that their essential oils worked, but I didn't know how incredible the actual company was when it came to their integrity and their vision and their purpose. And so that was really, really exciting to learn about. I was able to meet the founders and find out how just wonderful and honest and full of integrity they are. And also just seeing what they were doing around the world. So one of the things that I love most about doTERRA is they actually go to the parts of the world where essential oils grow, where those plants, where the essential oils come from, grow the very best. And they source those essential oils from that country. And so they're getting really, really high quality product basically from these different places, which is so important if you're wanting good quality essential oil and have the chemical makeup that you actually need to actually work, right? So essential oils, they work as long as you're using an essential oil that isn't you know, adulterated, contaminated in any way, that's been filled with fillers, things like that. Otherwise, they're not going to work as well, or potentially not at all, depending on how far they've been diluted or adulterated. But what's so fascinating, or what's so neat when you really look at what doTERRA is doing, and honestly, what is it? Tony Robbins says, like, success leaves clues. Like, you can always if you pay attention to what's going on, you can really tell a lot by a company, how, like, what they're doing and why they're doing what they're doing. And doTERRA has only been around for 10 years, and within, I think it was like 6 years, they were already the largest essential oil company in the entire world. Within like 6 years, they were growing at the same rate as Apple. And if you know anything about the growth rate of Apple, it's insane that doTERRA was able to do that. And so that just really showed, you know, even though throughout Europe and all these other places there's tons of essential oil companies, within 6 years this essential oil company grew to become the largest essential oil company in the world. And that really just testifies to, one, just the quality, the purity, as well as the integrity of the company and what they're doing. So that's exciting. So I'm just taking, I have all these notes that I want to share with you. So I can see, honestly, with what doTERRA has created and the way that they have set everything up, what they've set up, that in a handful of years, they could honestly be either one of the only essential oil companies or the only essential oil company. They're already starting to become like Kleenex is to tissue. Like, if you're just talking about essential oils, it's like, hey, have you heard of doTERRA? Are you using doTERRA? Or what doTERRA oil would you recommend? Instead of like, what essential oil? Because doTERRA is just so, they're just doing things that no other essential oil company is doing out there. And one of the reasons for that is because of how much sustainability and sourcing truly matter. So doTERRA is doing, there's no other company in the world that is doing what doTERRA is doing when it comes to sustainability and sourcing. They create these co-impact partnerships with growers around the world. And what that means is not only do they create this trust with these growers, create these partnerships, by, like, how do they, sorry, I said they create trust, but it's probably important to share how they create trust. So they're creating tons of jobs for people in these low-income areas. So doTERRA sources from, I think it's like 46 different countries around the world. And most of those countries are developing countries. So places like Haiti and Nepal, right? I don't know, Somalia, just all these different countries that are developing countries, and have a lot of poverty. So they're creating all of these jobs, and they're creating these partnerships, and they're making sure these growers are getting paid fairly and on time. So a lot of times before doTERRA was going in and partnering with these growers, there would be middlemen that would come in and they would buy all the product, and the growers, like say in Haiti for instance, the growers would harvest the vetiver. The vetiver is what's grown in Haiti. They would harvest the vetiver early. And if you harvest the vetiver early, you don't get as great of quality of essential oil. And so it's important to leave it in the earth longer. And so they were harvesting early so that they could get paid and feed their families. And so all of these middlemen were just buying this oil, this product, and then selling it for way more, right? What doTERRA is doing is they're paying these growers in Haiti in installments throughout the year to incentivize the growers in Haiti to leave the plant, the vetiver plant, in the earth longer, so we actually get the right constituents, properties, I don't know what you call it, in the plant, so it's actually growing and doing what it needs to be doing to get the greatest quality of essential oil. And these growers are getting paid all throughout the year so they're able to feed their families, and they're creating so many more jobs, right, for these people. So it's amazing what they're doing. They're doing this all over the world, and they're really creating trust with these growers. So if you go to source2u.com, you will see, like literally, this is an amazing website. You'll love go to source2u.com, and that's where you can see where they source their oils and what they're doing in those areas. You know, they have, not only are they creating these partnerships, they're also building schools and wells so that the growers can have access to clean water, so the kids can go to school, and so many other service projects to really lift these communities up. On this website, you can also find, which is so cool, all the testing. So doTERRA is completely 100% transparent about their testing. No other essential oil company does this, where you can literally look at the bottom of your bottle, find a number, and type it into the website and find the testing that was done on this exact batch and know what's going. So they do, wow, I'm talking fast, where you can find all the different testing that they did on that specific batch. And so honestly, doTERRA has created this amazing foundation. They've secured this foundation to where now, you know, they have over 6 million people in doTERRA, right, all around the world. They're in like 130 or 150 different countries now, and all over the world people are using these essential oils and totally transforming their lives. And so they've totally secured a foundation to where now they can go to the next level. And I want to talk about a teeny bit about what that means, what that's looking like. First level being getting these into people's homes, really helping people to recognize that they have options, that they can take care of themselves naturally, that 80% of the issues that we deal with in our lives can be taken care of completely naturally with essential oils, good nutrition, things like that. And so huge, right? That's exciting. So this next level that's in doTERRA's vision is actually shifting and revolutionizing healthcare as we see it today. And I think we can all agree that the healthcare system is not as good as it could be, and that we have a broken system. And there are benefits. I will never like bag it completely and say that there are benefits to modern medicine and the healthcare system, because there are some benefits. And you know, if there weren't doctors and hospitals, then my little brother wouldn't be alive today, because he had lots of birth defects and things like that. But there's it's so there's so many reasons why going back to natural, going back to nature, using essential oils can take care of literally 80% of, doctors themselves say that 80% of the reason people come into the doctor's office is for things that are stress related that could totally be taken care of naturally at home. And so what doTERRA is doing, I'm gonna open up my notes again, is they're actually creating a way to revolutionize healthcare. We're hearing the word disrupt being used a lot. You know, disrupting the way that it's being done. They're building clinics. They're currently building their first clinic here in Utah, and they have like outlined, I think, 3 or 4 more clinics to be built throughout the United States this year, which is so exciting. And they haven't announced where those are going to be at, but that's really, really exciting. And that's a plan that's going further into, you know, they'll have clinics all over. First the United States, and then going out globally. They'll have clinics internationally as well. And so we will see, we're already seeing, you know, wellness summits where they're educating doctors on the power of essential oils. This is literally doTERRA. This is something that no other essential oil company is doing. Again, like I've said before, doTERRA is educating doctors. They're bringing this education. The essential oils are being tested and studied, rigorous testing, and they're educating doctors on how to use the essential oils and the power of essential oils. And you'll start to see your doctors are becoming aware of the power of essential oils, and may start recommending them. If they aren't there yet, that's totally fine. Doctors are busy. They have stressful lives. They're doing so much. They have so much to learn and keep up on. And you can share that with them, right? Like if you go in and talk to your doctor, you can say, what about essential oils? Is there a way we could try something natural? And if they haven't heard of it, maybe you can go to Source to You, or, you know, there are tons of essential oil studies on PubMed. You could share some of those things with them. But this is literally a movement that's happening, and healthcare is seriously, there's a shift happening, and healthcare is being totally revolutionized as we speak. So that is so exciting. And honestly, doTERRA is the company to do it. They are honestly the ones that will make the biggest difference in the shift that we see happen in our healthcare over the next 5 to 10 years. So it's really exciting to be aligned up with doTERRA. So over the next 8 weeks, so now you know why doTERRA is different. Not only are their essential oils the greatest quality that you'll find because of the amount of testing that they do, because of the sourcing, where they get their essential oils, as well as the integrity that the company has and what their long-term vision is. This isn't about, you know, just selling essential oils and making money. This is literally about totally changing families' lives, totally changing healthcare as we know it, and really creating sustainability worldwide, creating better jobs for people around the world. It's just amazing what their vision is. So now you know why doTERRA is different and really what sets them apart. We're going to talk about specifically why the essential oils work, which oils do what, and how you can really take care of your lifestyle using essential oils, as well as other, you know, tips like sleep and nutrition and things like that. So be sure to join next week. Next week I will be talking about the 10 most common essential oils and what those essential oils do for you. So be sure to tune in live then. And also you can find these on my IGTV channel. So thank you for those of you who joined on live. It's so fun to see you guys here. And I will see you next week in another wellness video. Bye guys.